what is up? This Python back with Ugly Americans, the game for iOS. I'm playing this on my iPad, and it seems a bit ridiculous to be playing a game like this. You'll see it's kind of like a Kinetic novel, like a visual novel, except a little more kinetic. Oops. Okay, so let's jump right into this. First of all, I'm not doing this recording live, meaning I didn't record my commentary while I was playing the game, which was kind of a bad idea. But as you kind of know my situation here, right now I'm situated in my room. There's like no Wi-Fi whatsoever. I can't. Well, okay, not no Wi-Fi. There's some Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi is terrible in here. So there was no way for me to record this gameplay without leaving my room, and so that's what I had to do. But you know, it's really noisy outside my room, so it wasn't really opportunistic for me to do the recording out there. But yeah, so I'm doing the recording in here, and I don't know if I can keep up with my pacing from when I was reading it. I was actually pretty mindful of the fact that I would probably be commentating later on, doing the voices, doing the reading, making little jokes, comments here and there. So we'll see how this goes. And I did say I wasn't going to start up on my whole iPad gameplay series until after I moved into my dorm later this month, but I decided to do it anyways because it seems like just the rest of the content on my channel seems a little stale recently. No one really gives a shit about it, and I get it. It's nothing special. I've just been uploading rants as of late, so let's not stall this anymore. We'll go right into it. This is episode 1, or rather chapter 1 of 10 of Ugly Americans Escape from Neverland. Let's do this. Oh yeah, one more thing. It's based on a TV show apparently from Adult Swim. I don't know. I think it's Adult Swim. It seems like Adult Swim material, but I haven't seen the show itself. Hopefully this gameplay will shed some light into what this series is about, and hopefully it'll get me into the actual show itself. It probably won't, because it's called Ugly Americans. And what's funny here, I'm actually going to be watching the gameplay and commentating through a mic, and I named the project Stupid Americans because I was just like, what was this gameplay called? I was dragging in the clips, and I was like, what was this gameplay called again? Oh wait, it's well, let's go with Stupid Americans, and it's actually called Ugly Americans, obviously. So just don't get thrown off by that. But Ugly Americans, Stupid Americans, same drift there. So all right, let's start. Hey, I'm back. I really enjoyed my 2-year unpaid mandatory vacation. Is it me, or did things get more vertical while I was away? Yeah, I really hate the I don't know, demons can't comprehend aspect ratios we see in TerraVision. Yeah, I really hate the vertical orientation of the screen, especially on the iPad. It seems kind of counterintuitive. Wow, so if someone isn't afraid, it's hard for you to see them? Yep, Navy SEALs are basically invisible to us. Navy SEALs hardest of the hardest. Either way, it's good you're back, because we have an important new case file. We received a political defector from the People's Democratic Republic of Neverland. A lost boy? How did he escape from the tyrannical grip of their dear leader Pan? He smuggled himself out in a storage container filled with wishes. I should make Twain or Satan or whoever here sound a little more evil. The problem is he's experiencing massive. He thinks all adults are pirates. He's suffering from severe magical thoughts withdrawal, and he has an emotional breakdown anytime he sees impetuous elf-like boys dressed in tights. Poor guy. That's not all. Because he no longer lives in Neverland, he's started to grow again, rapidly. Uh-oh, you don't mean... Yup, puberty. And this guy. Really, quite a case we have on our hands. I can't wait to spend my week walking around with a pimply awkward weirdo who hasn't yet adjusted to manhood. Also, that lost boy will be hanging out with us. Very funny, Grimes. Let's diss him. Pretty sure that's what I did. I dissed him. Well, you're owed. Hey, that hurts my feelings. I'm surprised you haven't retired by now. Yeah, your shirt's all wrinkly. Retire? Why would I require? If I left the DOI's enforcement, I wouldn't have constant access to military-grade weapons. Unless I moved to Texas. Texas. Is it really necessary to arm yourself to the teeth? We just need to chaperone this lost boy while he adopts life. What danger? Are you kidding? No lost boy has ever escaped from Neverland. That adorable megalomaniac Pan is going to steal him back and make an example of him. But let me tell you something. If that ageless little sprite gets you, he isn't going to be thinking too many magical thoughts after he meets my M60. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear any of that. We need to go pick up this lost boy and introduce him to her. Lead the way, human shield. Yeah, the pacing's actually super off. For some reason. Everyone, I'd like you to meet Scraps. Scraps is your given name or what? Dear leader, Pan Exalted Be, he gave him that name. Using my given name is punishable by Wedgie. Well, it's lovely. Everyone, Scraps is a political defector from Neverland. You know where Neverland is? Staten Island? No, it's... Well, I don't know how to do the voices for these two. Wrong. On both counts. Neverland is a magical island just off the coast of Great Britain, accessible only by flight. Sounds like a bitch to get to. It's nothing. Croatia only accessible by swimming through most liquid malaria. Traveling to Neverland is strictly forbidden by the State Department because the island is ruled by a tween despot named Pan, the heir to the... Hallowed be his name. You don't need to say that anymore. Yeah, this is America. Here we don't worship our politicians. We crap all over them. I have a feeling this whole series is based on satire. Grimes, you're a public servant. Wrong. The only public I answer to is me, myself, and I, as well as the many layers of bureaucracy over me. Neverland is a very different place from America because they don't have the same freedoms we have here. No freedom of speech. No freedom of religion. No freedom to watch mind-numbing reality television. No freedom of dance. I don't even know if that's a Croatian accent or what, but I don't know how to do the fish's voice. Like, boo boo boo. No, none of those freedoms. And because of Neverland's magical properties, no one there ever ages, so until there is a revolution, the only hope for lost boys like Scraps here is to risk his life to escape. How did he escape? Scraps answered. Great question, Eric. I'm sure Scraps would love to tell you all about the harrowing story of his escape. I don't really want to talk about it, Mr. Lily. It's kind of scary. Scraps, you're safe now. And sometimes, talking about a difficult experience is the best way to overcome it. Please don't make me, Mr. Lily. You're a mark for them to tell us his traumatic story. I'm sure there was someone else in that wish container. Or I'm guessing there was someone else in that wish container. And there wasn't enough room for the two of them. Look at his eyes. So he killed him. Moving on. Scraps is going to need a lot of support from us as he struggles to adapt to life in America. To that end, we're going to watch the classic animated film An American Tale in its entirety. Not this again. Now we see Flevel my nightmare. Is this the one about... Never mind. Meanwhile, Neverland. What do you mean Scraps has escaped? How could this happen? He stole away and then wishes we were... That's what we were doing business with the childlike empress, that backstabber. Never-ending story in my ass. Give her the most brutal wedgie imaginable. Yes, dear leader. As for Scraps, we need to make an example of him. I want you to go undercover. We can't let anyone think he's escaped. It shall be done. When he gets back, we'll give him a public wedgie so devastating it will be remembered in Neverland for 1,000 years. To be continued. Alright, peace guys. See you in the next part. Heh. Bye. See ya.